This project is sort of the culmination of many years of doing commercials and trying to tell stories in all kinds of media. I think this is the proudest moment until now.
2014 is a very special lineup with lots of play options, actually more play options and opportunities than we have ever had before in a Hero Factory lineup. And we thought it was fantastic to have this movie to really bring it to life.
Normally when you do a movie, you start with the story and the characters and try to bring the universe to life. Working with Lego, we have all these models at the same time, and with Hero Factory we have a big program of models we want to show. And what we tried to do was actually to incorporate this in a very nice way. We wanted to give every product almost its own chapter in the movie. So you have a piece of action, you have sort of a almost like a play experience within each toy, and then of course get rid of that and get onto the next toy and the next scene. But making this in a seamless and sort of a flowing way, so you feel it as a movie and not as a sort of a product presentation. That was what we intended to do.
So the movie opens with these construction workers, and they are going to build a new transport tunnel under the city of Entropolis. Now what they don't know is that directly underneath the tunnel there's this giant queen beast that has been hiding for aeons, and she has a nest down there, and so when the drill starts going into action, she feels threatened. And she launches this attack on the city with all these creatures from inside her nest. The drill disappears, so do some of the workers, and all of a sudden there is chaos and mayhem all over Entropolis City. So if there was ever a need for Hero Factory to come to the rescue, this is it.
So there we had the title for the entire 2014 story, Invasion from Below.
First of it all, as a toy designer, it is amazing to see your creation come to life in a movie. Here you see Evo XL machine. We introduced the mini heroes to support the size feeling. So a big battle machine is a big battle machine. The main functions on these models are the mini robot plus the seat, closing up, ready to battle. The battle function. We have the shooters, flicking missiles. We have the canister, where you can actually put in the jumpers. Another product is the Splitter Beast, and as you can see it on the scale of the heroes, this beast is huge. The toy is a small action story in itself. We have Evo and we have Ferno that wants to capture the Splitter Beast, as you see with his chain. They succeed, but actually it is a splitter and he takes Ferno into the ground.
So during one of our brainstorm sessions, we came up with this idea of giving these new Lego minifigure robots a remote builder, a device that they could use to build these even bigger mechs that they need to in order to go against these threats from underground. So in the movie, you actually see like a Lego robot build another Lego robot, just like you would do in real life. And we thought that was kind of cool.
So to present 15 different products or characters in a 22-minute movie and at the same time tell a plausible plot and story is a really extremely high challenge to do. And I remember one of the first meetings we had with our scriptwriter Adam, he said this is almost impossible to do. So this puts extremely high demands on our scriptwriter and our storyboarders, on our concept artist and our art director, on our producer.
You know, I have spent a bulk of my career storyboarding myself, and I know in animation that is the key to good animation, is getting it down on paper in the storyboard phase. It's kind of where you edit and write the movie, because you have a little script, but it really needs to be developed in drawings.
Lots of challenges with a lot of elements that had to be in the story.
Yeah, it was quite challenging project.
It was impossible to get all these elements into the story. So we had to redraw and redraw all the time to get it to work.
Yeah.
Working on more than 700 shots is a huge challenge, and it was on this project as well. We had a lot of different environments we had to go through during the movie, and just getting the consistency between all the shots in the different locations working was quite a challenge. So what we did initially was to do a lot of paint overs. Christian Faber, the art director, had done a lot of great work for the different environments, but we also needed to have specific shots painted, so we knew exactly what it should look like in the final rendered image. So we did a lot of work on that together with Advance, and that really paid off in the end, because we ended up having some really cool key shots that could then be used as the foundation for creating all the other shots. So I think that was a huge help, and I think we ended up having some fantastic looking shots in all the locations during the movie.
As an art director, I've always been really focused on the level of quality in the visual style and so on, but this time we wanted to take it up a level, and so right from the small detail in the texturing and so on, through the props and the way the character looked, we wanted to up the whole thing. And in art direction, it's not about how great you can make one detail. It's actually the level of all the details as a sum. So getting that at a higher level, it really takes a lot of effort. But I think that it really paid off this time. It's sort of a coherent piece of work. So this is a cross-section of the entire cave system under Entropolis. You have the tunnel where the drill comes down, you have the shrine room that they find, you have the big drop, you have the crystals jetting out from the wall. On the way you have the magnetic room that some of the heroes enter, and you have the acid lake room that they come in, and there's a big crystal room down here. At the end up, everybody down at the Queen's Hive at the bottom. Focusing on trying to bring all these different environments alive, we had to do drawings that really made the 3D artists understand what we wanted to do. For example, the magnetic room was sort of a really far out location where the machines are really put to the test. So we had to draw all these things up and make pictures, coloring and giving the lighting information and so on for the artists to take it into 3D.
Many things can go wrong on a project like this, and with a deadline in less than 10 months' time of production, it's extremely high pressure. But we managed to pull together a group of extremely talented and professional guys and accomplish this in a very, very good way. Both from the designers at LEGO, the concept artists here at Advance, to the VFX guys at Ghosts, and with our extremely talented director, Jørgen, to our sound guys at Epic Sound.
On this movie there are tons of sound effects, and we do robots and monsters and explosions and crashes and screams and everything here.
For example, in the introduction of the heroes, I created a string figure as a rhythmic bass, and on top of that I added some synth elements, a lot of percussion, and then from that I got the sound of these very cool heroes who are going out and saving the world, basically.
The monster sounds we're creating here are a mix of a lot of different sounds, maybe sounds you wouldn't have thought of in this context. Here we've got some of the sounds. It's a bull. Yeah, you can guess that one. Pigs. Sea lion. You get the idea. Also, we have a trumpet played a little differently, and some screams. So we put all these sounds together and you get a really scary sound.
What are these things?
It actually turns out that there are almost 1,000 footsteps in this project, and one thing that is something that many people don't think about normally when they just watch an animation. And since it's animated, everything has to be created from scratch. So I've been syncing up every single footstep in this project. And, it's taken a while, but we got it to work.
One critical thing was when we worked on an ending where we wanted the Queen to end up in a friendly relationship with the heroes. And we spent a lot of time on working on that. And then when we saw it working, it actually didn't work. We needed the queen to be more powerful, more threatening, and more dangerous. So the critical thing was we only had 12 hours to change the entire ending. The last 2 minutes we had to storyboard overnight. I was up all night doing the storyboarding, and yeah, that was quite. But anyway, it came out brilliantly. It came out with the power we wanted it, so it was worth the 12 hours.